Here's the latest painting I created. It's called Presence. It's 40 by 40. Just looking at this painting for hours, I felt the large form with the turquoise on the top, the dull yellow green, the green, and then it fades down to gray. It just seemed like it was such a presence or force that commanded attention. Like it really stands out, the focal point, as far as the whole painting. And then I started researching about how you know that you're in the presence of God, the divine presence, and things like that. When I'm painting, when I'm really into it, where I'm lost in reality and time just kind of disappears, and every painter knows exactly what I'm talking about, sometimes I just begin to weep as I know that I'm in the presence of God and the Holy Spirit is right there with me. My paintings are about three things: nature, music, and then God, as God gave me this gift to be able to create something so beautiful and also to inspire students as teaching art. The landscape influences my color, my texture, and use of space. The music inspires my color choices and also the process if I'm going fast or slow. And I usually keep track with the songs that I listen to and the playlist, depending on what type of painting I'm working on at the time. So God is here with me. He's helping me create something beautiful from usually such a sad, dark, and negative place. As Van Gogh stated, the sadness will last forever. What I have to do is to embrace and to enjoy those moments in my life to where the sadness doesn't exist. The vertical forms can be read from either top to bottom or bottom to top. You can change the different direction on it and the movement also. The space between the forms create unity and contrast. And contrast is probably second to the most important thing in a painting besides color. Some of the forms advance and come forward, and some of the forms recede and go back into space. So that's usually my goal, is the visual elements that I'm thinking about is color first, and then space, and then texture. And usually that order. The color has to work. And before any concept or meaning or expression or emotion can be talked about or discussed or written about in any kind of artist statement, the painting has to work. It has to be visually exciting. In my case, I always try to create something that's visually beautiful to look at and to look at for a long time. If you can look at a painting and know all about it in 3 seconds, it's not a good painting. It doesn't work. So I want something that's visually exciting, engaging, something you want to go into, and something that's beautiful to look at, because that should be one of the functions of art. And also you want to have some wildness and visceral, emotional quality to it, but you want to use some skill and technique also to show people that you care about your craft in developing your artwork. And it seems like a lot of the artwork, specifically paintings, since I'm a painter, that I see around in this area, it lacks both. It lacks the emotion or the content or the concept, whatever idea that it has, but it also lacks the technical facility as well. There's not a whole lot of skill and technique, and maybe some artists should wait a while before they exhibit in the gallery. Just because you've been painting a year or two doesn't mean you should start showing and selling. I've been doing this for 30 years, and every day I learn something new. So I really think as an artist, as a viewer, and also as an instructor for almost 22 years now, teaching art, I've spent my life studying art, creating art, writing about it, reading it, critiquing it, teaching it. So I think I know a little bit about art, and I wish that, especially in this area, if not, most galleries would really kind of limit what they show and put out there for the public that it really needs to have emotion and expression, but also show the technique and the skill. And that's something that I teach all my students. That's what makes good art, and art that lasts for a while. So I hope you enjoy this one, and thanks for watching.